Warriors, my friends, my extended family, welcome to another important video on my channel. Grateful to have you here with me today in this very important video. If you want to learn more about any of my anxiety recovery programs, head over here and let's begin your healing journey together. My friends, today's video is about replacements. It's so vital that you understand what replacements are, number one, and number two, how to supercharge your anxiety healing and make sure that your replacements are actually speaking to your subconscious mind, okay? So there's gonna be a couple of different definitions that I give you, a couple of different explanations, but these are so vital to understand on your healing journey here, okay? Now, if you're taking notes in your mind, you're writing things down, I want you to pay attention to this right here. The subconscious mind / your inner child is a goal-achieving agency. Therefore, if a replacement for an idea, a replacement for a belief, a replacement for an identity isn't commanded, it will revert back to what's familiar. Don't we see this in everyday life with anxiety sufferers? Going through their day, right? And there are things that they want to get rid of. Okay, I want to stop thinking that way. I want to stop believing in X. I want to stop being this kind of person. But the problem is, when they stop doing those things, they never have a replacement for those things. And if you don't have a conscious replacement for the ideas, the beliefs, and the identities, the inner child will go, let me think here. The universe doesn't like a void, right? So we need to make sure that we cover this gray area. How do we cover this gray area? We revert back to what's familiar. So you constantly see anxiety sufferers get this awesome progress, right? But then they hit this plateau and they can't seem to really become the things that they're working on because they're not replacing the things that they're getting rid of. Let me give you an explanation here, okay? An example. An idea. Okay, a lot of people say, I want to stop thinking about X. But not a lot of people say, I want to start thinking about Y, right? So you see what's going on here, okay? Belief systems, okay? I want to stop believing that the world is a scary place, okay? That's a core belief in the subconscious mind. But you'll never hear them say, I want to start believing, as a core belief, I want to start believing that the world is safe. So you can see the replacement here, right? We're putting so much energy into looking to get rid of things, but not enough focus and energy on replacing those things that we're looking to get rid of, okay? And this is very much an upgrade. Right? It's an upgrade or an update of the old ideas, belief systems, and identities, okay? So we understand how crucial it is to spend focus and energy on not only getting rid of things, but replacing those ideas, beliefs, and identities with the new stuff. We understand the importance of this, right? We also need to understand the necessities in deep healing prior to replacements being implemented. Okay, so there you are going about your day, okay, and you're replacing an idea, you're replacing a belief system, you're replacing a behavior, okay, you're replacing an identity, an I am, okay. What we need to understand is that in order to supercharge this and really get the inner child to believe in these new replacements, we have to do three things, okay? And I'm going to share these with you, and please take notes. Very important, okay? So in order for the replacements to really deep dive and sink deep into the inner child's own belief systems, we have to do these three things. Number one, we have to have perceptual shifts around people and events from the past. This is a more than anxiety moment, just so you know. Okay, we have to have perceptual shifts around the people from the past and the events from the past. You can't sit there and go, oh, I believe X about what happened with this person from the past. You have to feel it. You have to reframe the past, okay? So in order for your replacements to really work and get supercharged here, you have to feel the perceptual shifts around those old relationships and events from the past, okay? Number 2, emotional release of unresolved feelings in the body, okay? When you start to feel like you're releasing a lot of the unresolved feelings in your body, and then you're going about your day making replacements to the old things, it will become that much easier, okay? And a lot of people tell me, Dennis, you know, when I get rid of these unresolved feelings, okay, I start to feel lighter. I really feel like lightness is coming over my body and clarity is coming over my mind. It's an interesting area when people stop overthinking. They start to go, well, this is unfamiliar, right? Usually to solve all my problems, I go to my critical thinking mind and I try to solve the problem, right? A lot of people come to me and say, Dennis, you know, how do you find the root causes of your anxiety? Well, let me tell you something. You don't find the root causes of your anxiety. The root causes of your anxiety find you. That's a more than anxiety moment right there. And that's the intention that we place when it comes to diving deep into the root causes of anxiety. Now, number 3, necessary thing in order for our replacements to work very, very well is forgiveness by source energy and forgiveness towards those people that we've blamed for our downfalls. I don't think you realize how important this is. You get to a point in your life where you have a new interpretation of source energy, God, nature, the universe, whatever the macrocosm is, okay? Whatever that intelligence is from the outside that's kind of looking after us and manifesting things that we desire, okay? So you need to find forgiveness from source energy and God for some of the mistakes that you made from the past. This is very, very real stuff, right? When you feel that forgiveness, you start to feel the emotions start coming up again, right? This is good. This is very, very good. Because the healthiest people in the world are the ones that allow themselves to feel the emotions they feel and reveal the emotions that they feel, right? But not only forgiveness from God or source energy, but forgiveness towards the people from the past that you believe created your downfalls. I can't believe Dad did this to me. I can't believe Mom left me. I can't believe my tennis coach, you know, acted that way, whatever it is. Without forgiveness, you will hit a plateau. Without true inner feeling, high levels of emotion type forgiveness, you're always going to be circling back to that familiar place called the addiction to suffering, okay? So make sure that no matter what type of method you are implementing right now, okay, to dive deep into the root causes of your anxiety and to resolve those things from the past and replace them, you make sure that forgiveness is a part of that journey, my friends, okay? So look deep within you, okay, and make sure that you understand that forgiveness is something that you feel. It's not something that you think, okay? When I feel like I've forgiven, that's the key moment, okay? Feelings have everything to do with your healing journey, okay? Your critical mind will say, I've forgiven, but if it's not real, if it's not real in your heart, if it's not real as a feeling, if you're not purging the unresolved feelings, then there really is no resolve. Okay, so we need to understand that so much of anxiety healing comes down to the release and the recognition that we are releasing these feelings, right? So These are 3 areas that must be resolved in order for your replacement work to really come through. Okay, comment below right now and let me know what the biggest epiphany is from this video so far. Okay, and just to recap, replacements are replacements of thoughts, replacements of beliefs, replacements of certain images that you've been running in your mind unconsciously, right? Replacements of behaviors and actions, replacements of words that you used to use. As you're going through the day, a lot of healing work has to do with being mindful and replacing the old with the new, updating, right? Updating this system that is programmed for self-sabotage. That's the inner child. The inner child is programmed for the addiction to suffering because the inner child believes that this is the safest way to go about living this life, right? It's a protective mechanism. So we're replacing things. But in order to really replace those things, let's recap again. We have to have perceptual shifts around people and events from the past. We have to have emotional release of unresolved feelings, and we have to get forgiveness from source energy and give forgiveness to those people that we feel contributed to our downfall. This is huge, my friends. Please, please take this video very, very seriously, right? Reflect on it, you know, and more than anything, I think we also need to understand a very, very clear message that I want to give you here, okay? A lot of people going through anxiety right now feel like things are getting worse for them. But let me tell you something. When things start to feel worse, more often than not, that's a sign of improvement. Okay, so a lot of people say, I'm feeling more fear, I'm feeling more anger. Well, let me tell you something. The things, the feelings, the emotions that have been stuck in your body all these years are starting to come to the surface, right? Because now the subconscious mind believes that we can deal with them. Right? So if you feel like right now you're doing all the work and things are getting a little bit worse in terms of feeling or mental chatter, you need to understand that that's a good sign. Just keep going. What you're doing is working. More often than not, you know, we believe every single feeling that we feel. If we feel bad, that's a bad sign. No, that's not a bad sign. That's a good sign. That's a sign of progress, my friends. And if you can take this kind of perspective over some of the feelings that you're feeling, maybe you're feeling more angry, fearful, whatever it may be, irritable, you need to understand, right, that these things are coming to the surface now and we're starting to deal with them, okay? What a beautiful perspective to have, isn't it, right? Doesn't this keep our progress going rather than going, oh, I'm doing all this great reframing work, I'm doing all this great responding work, I'm reading the books, I'm doing all these things, but I'm not feeling better, right? Understand that, again, these are good signs. Keep going and see them as good signs. Perspective is everything, my friends. Remember that you are more than anxiety. Don't ever forget it, my friends. You are so much more than what you feel. You are so much more than the unconscious ideas that you have. You are so much more than your past programming, as the birds contribute to what it is that I'm saying right now. I love you all so very much. Have a wonderful day because you deserve it. Bye-bye.